Hello everyone, my name is Tomas Ortega, and today I'm gonna be guiding you through the workflow manager for developers. I'm gonna be showing you how to use the WFMG module that contains the code for the machine learning models and the frequency and probability distributions. Here I'm using Visual Studio Code, and I'm gonna use the Jupyter interpreter inside of Visual Studio. First, we need to import all the necessary libraries. Here we can see that we're initializing an input stream handler object that will contain a data frame for this file right here. This file should be in the data folder under the main directory. If we want to inspect the fair price CSV file, we can see that it contains data from 2006 all the way to 2017. Every record on this file contains the average fair price for that month. If we come back, we can see that we can access that data frame by calling load on that object. Here we can see the result. After that, we can create an output stream handler object in case we want to save the model to that file. We can then initialize the ARIMA object, meaning the model for the autoregressive moving average model. We can see that it takes an input handler object and an output handler object as well, and it allows for as many keyword arguments as you want, as long as they can be used with the ARIMA model. To see what kinds of keyword arguments we can use for the ARIMA object, we can go and see the implementation of the class. Here we can see that we use a stats model to implement this ARIMA model. So any keyword argument that works with the stat models, it will work with this class. Now we can run this cell. We see that everything goes right. Here we're initializing two dates, one for the start and one for the end. We're gonna feed the model, and then when I use predict to get the predictions that the model makes. We can then examine the results by doing a print statement and using head to examine the results. Another example of a model would be the vector autoregressive model. Here we can see that we do the same. We create an input handler object, then an output stream handler object, and then we initialize the var object. Then we do fit and predict as always, and then we could examine the results of the model. And we can compare it to the historical data. There we can see that the model returns a data frame containing 3 columns and the index for the date, and the historical data contains the fair price, the oil price, and the consumer price index, because this model is a multivariate model. Now we can take a look at the frequency distribution and probability distributions. Here we can see that we have a similar structure again, and we could see the results by calling the head function once again. Here we can see the results. Finally, we can take a look at the probability distribution. Once again, we can see results right here. In this project, we also created some scripts to do some pre-processing of the data before it arrives to the models and the distributions. These scripts are located under the folder scripts. Here we can see that we have scripts for the CPI processing, DV1B processing, merged data processing, and the oil price processing. The merged data processing is actually the result of merging the CPI, the fair price, and the oil price. You could easily run all of them by using this makefile. In the WFMG module, we also have some classes that are important for creating plugins such as models or new procedures. Here we can see that we have, for example, the WFMG model class. If you want to create a new model, you should extend this class and implement the abstract methods, such as predict and fit. You also have other methods for saving models and loading models from pickles. In the case of the procedures, you have the constructor and an abstract method for procedures. Here we have several examples for models such as the ARIMA, which we implemented using rolling forecast method. We also have the random forest and the vector autoregression. For the procedures, we have the probability distribution and the frequency distribution. To run the application, we just need to open up a terminal, go to the DSW folder, then you can just type make to start the Redis server and start the web application. Now we can access the application by typing this URL right here. If we go to the URL, we can see the front page, and if we click on the dashboard, we can go to the dashboard application. Thank you for watching the video. This was the guide for developers for WFMG, the workflow manager. Have a nice day.